And we are live. What is going on, LBHT crew, Rogue Nation, YOLO Nation? We working on the name.
Yeah.
And we call you guys good friends. Good friends. That's Ferris's crew.
You know what? I like that because I am good friends to everyone here.
There you go.
Except the guy who just rolled his eyes at me.
All right, I'm gonna do a quick check here to make sure we are live. It looks like it worked. It looks like you can watch us. Oh wait, let's see. I don't know. Are they both vertical? Let me see.
If you go to YouTube Studio, as long as it doesn't say upcoming, you should be good.
Okay. All right. I think we might be in business, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be able to enjoy both streams. Let's see. Let me see. Both streams are going. All right. It worked. So it works on Lunch Break Hot Take and the Road Pod channel. All right. Both you can watch, you can enjoy vertically and horizontally. So good job, StreamYard, for getting it right, because we never get it wrong. Okay. Yolanda is joining us today. What's going on, Yolanda?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited. We're gonna have a good show. Got a lot of fun topics. Ooh, things we need to talk about today. Yes.
Retired Gunny's in the house. Salute to you. Appreciate you coming through.
Morning.
Bazel said we sleep. Not you, Bazel. You're up. Yeah. Look. That's why you can watch the replay. Grails, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. Good morning.
Morning.
All right. Let's get to it. We'll start with the Monday night game. All right. There was a game last night. Dallas Cowboys destroyed the Vegas Raiders. I thought for a second maybe the Raiders would get back in it, but they did Raiders things. Okay. And they did not. Dak Prescott had a amazing game, 25 for 33, 268 yards, 4 touchdowns. Geno Smith, not so much, 27 42, 238 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Javonte Williams, 22 carries, 93 yards. The Raiders didn't run the ball. Ashton Genty, I don't think. I'm not sure if he had any carries, or if he did, it wasn't many. I saw. Well, no, he did. I saw him get -3 yards on a safety. Wow. Ashton Genty, man, I don't know. He's better than this. But George Pickens absolutely went off. 9 catches, 144 yards, a touchdown. Yeah. So,
question is, who's going to pay him this offseason? Dallas or someone else?
I think Dallas will pay him.
Yeah, I think Dallas will keep him.
I wish Baltimore would, but that's not what we do.
I don't know. We got David Ajabo. My bad.
Not this morning. Not early this morning, Hendo.
Yeah, we gonna do it every morning.
Look, at this point, I just want from the Vegas Raiders, if they just do right by me, just go ahead.
Stop, please.
I'll take George Pickens in New York.
No, you can have George. That's fine. Take him. I listen. We need an edge rusher.
She must Max Crosby.
That's it.
You want an edge rusher over a wide receiver?
How I'm telling you. Look, we can't get to the quarterback. We already know, like, the Ravens are not going to pay George Pickens money. Then that's not to say that they would pay Max Crosby either, but
they would.
They sure would. I think they would have a better chance paying Max Crosby before they would George Pickens.
Well, yeah, man. I think you guys went from on saying like we ain't got no money, and then like 1 week it was like, oh, here Roquan, $100 million.
Right. So I'm gonna be optimistic, but
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Come on.
Wrong with that.
So let's go get Max. Raiders don't know what to do with them. They're not doing anything. Let's just go ahead and get Max.
Yes, that's probably what they would do. I still advise against it. I think offense, it's obvious. Offense is the way to go. Like you have to support Lamar Jackson. Max Crosby doesn't help Lamar Jackson. I mean, he's already running for his life. When he throws the ball, when he throws the ball, it may or may not get caught. And if it doesn't get caught, it might go for the interception. So I just need guys to step up on that side of the ball. Defense, it is what it is, man. Like I'm tired of throwing things at it, and we have lower standards because they never do anything, And if they do something okay, then we're like, oh, yay, defense. Nah, they're literally paid to do that.
Yeah.
Also,
But
two
who,
guys.
but who gets after
from
the
me.
quarterback on the Ravens team right now consistently through 11 weeks? Name one player that we have on the Ravens team. Drop it in the chat. One Ravens player that we have that consistently gets pressure and gets sacks this season.
Nobody.
Oh, okay.
Nobody.
Trust me,
But-
Yolanda, as of someone who has at least good to great defensive linemen on my team, my
Mhm.
team is 2-8. Go get some offense.
I get you. I'm with you, Ferris. You know what? I was thinking about this. You can't win football when your team is unbalanced. The Ravens have historically invested in the defense, and look where we've gotten. But
Yeah.
now but conversely, check out the Bengals. I get it. Joe Burrow is out. But look at the Bengals. You have a high-powered offense, but you've got no defense. Where's that getting you?
It got them to a Super Bowl.
It did. It did that one time. It did get them to a Super Bowl. You're right.
Uh-huh.
You're right.
Right.
But was it enough for them to win the Super Bowl? I don't want to just get to the Super Bowl.
Okay, and where did investing in all this defense get us?
I said that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it doesn't.
The AFC Championship.
One
One
went to a
time.
Super Bowl. One went to a Super Bowl. One went to AFC Championship.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so I guess my point is you
I
have
see
to be
the
balanced.
point.
You just have to be balanced. You can't invest all of your
I agree.
resources on one side of the ball and say that this is going to be enough. But you do have to kind of balance it. So yeah, get Lamar some help.
No,
For sure.
I agree. We haven't even gotten to the topic yet, but this segues in. No, this segues into it. This segues into it. I agree. It has to be balanced, but the problem is the way they built this team, and in the way they were eating up the resources, right?
Yeah.
The more immediate need, the most immediate need obviously is O-line. We're going to talk about that right now,
Yeah.
but talent on the offense is where the resources need to go before we spend more money on edge rusher. They had the chances. They had the chances to get that guy. They didn't do it. And now we're at a point where we don't expect the defense to bring it home. We don't expect the defense to actually win us games.
Mm-hmm.
When they do what they do against the Browns, it's cool and we're happy they did it, but it's not expected. We're looking for the offense to always bring it home for us. And you can't have the expectation if you don't invest in that side of the ball. That's just completely unfair. But this leads right into our main topic.
You could have traded for Brian Burns. All it cost them was a second and 2/5.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And y'all have 10 fifths. So
Man, got 13 sacks.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, just get one guy on defense and then get one or two on offense. But
Max Crosby would have cost you like 2 seconds. Miles Garrett apparently is 3 firsts,
yeah.
2 firsts. Brian Burns was a second.
Miles Garrett. They weren't trading Miles Garrett.
All right.
Howie Roseman offered them 2 firsts. They was like,
I heard it was
For
3.
Miles, I heard it was 3, yeah.
Yeah, 3.
3. He was like, I'll give you 3 right now.
And they should have done it.
And then he settled for Jalen Phillips.
Yeah.
Mm.
Who's pretty good.
Yeah.
Miles Garrett, who in 2 games has racked up 9 sacks and 0 wins.
Yeah.
That's insane. In 2 games, he's gotten 9 sacks, almost double-digit sacks in 2 games.
In 2 games and not one win to show for it. Wow.
Yeah. Ugh. All right. This is from our friend Kevin Ostriker. I mean, I don't know the guy. He seems pretty cool. Ravens head coach John Harbaugh on if he's seen enough progress from his O-line to not make changes. Quote, yeah, you put the best 5 out there. The 5 guys that are playing the best. That's not even hard to answer. They're playing pretty darn good. We put our best out there and we fight.
Apparently it was Jeff
Zrebiec.
Yeah, he asked him this question and he tried to rip his head off. It's like, is it the best though? We watched 10 weeks of this offensive line together. It's not the best.
Yeah,
very clearly.
He gets hard. This has always been Harbaugh's thing. He always gets real smug when he's about to lie and he knows it's an obvious lie and he doesn't really want to be challenged on the lie. He gets real smug with reporters like, hey, be careful where you go with this. It's not hard to answer. It is hard to answer. Because the real question is, why do you keep having this guy out here that clearly is not ready to play? That's the question that they want to ask, but they're afraid to ask because they don't want to lose their credentials, right? Because any well, I don't want to say not real media, but I would say Jeff isn't a real media person, but if if a journalist was doing their job, they'd be saying, "Hey, look, O-line's not playing great, right? Why do you continue to have this guy out here, and he's obviously struggling? Like why haven't you looked at other options?" And he still answered the question the same way. "Oh, well, we have the best guys out there. This is and that, whatever." And that's a BS answer still, but at least you asked the question, not, "Hey, are you comfortable with the direction your O-line's going?" No, just ask them straight up. Why your O-line is clearly hurting your team. What are you doing about it?
Yeah, well, that most of these NFL journalists, they're not journalists. None of them are. They're all water carriers. There's not a single journalist covering the league at all. That's why I'm a big fan of them calling themselves insiders, right? Because that's true, and they're just regurgitating information given to them by either a player or a member of the organization. They're not journalists, because journalists get to the bottom of a problem. They're not getting the bottom to any problem, right? Like there's no problem, like at all.
Hey, good morning, Joe Cool. Interesting you say everyone knows the O-line is deficient. I disagree. I've had people tell me when, on my channel, they say, this O-line is serviceable. What are you talking about? I'm talking in the last couple of weeks. People are telling me this O-line is serviceable. What? So I agree. The O-line is absolutely deficient, but not everybody knows it. Some people want to pretend that it's better than what it is because they don't want to be honest and say, listen, we're putting too much on Lamar Jackson to be out there playing hero ball, continuing to get sacked, continuing to get pressured. Guys can't get open, but look, Lamar, do more. And, we're seeing this season, we're seeing Lamar Jackson not at his best. But I mean, who would be at their best when you're dealing with injury after injury and something lingering? Why? Because your O-line continues to be, a non-factor in most games.
I disagree with you, Yolanda. I disagree.
Okay.
I don't think it's because they want to blame. They want to say that Lamar Jackson doesn't have any help. I think that they do this because they want to kind of omit blame from John Harbaugh and Eric DeCosta. Because if they do, now they have to say, you guys were right. Eric DeCosta doesn't know how to draft. John Harbaugh isn't as great of a head coach as we say that he is. I mean, even the most basic of head coaches, high school, college, it doesn't matter. When you see your offensive line performing this poorly, you at least make one change. And a lot of times we make the mistake of say a guy is not playing well. And we're alluding to Daniel Faalele, but people keep forgetting Andrew Voorhees is worse.
Yes, he is.
He's actually worse. He's a worse graded offensive lineman than Daniel Faalele. So you have 2/5 of your offensive line that is it's not even that performing poorly. If you watch some of these clips, these guys are falling on the ground. I got a clip on my phone right now of Andrew Voorhees Superman in that hole. Like he's diving forward. He's diving forward, sliding on the ground. How do you protect your quarterback like that? Lele's up here looking around. You watch him consistently game to game, looking just for people to touch. He's not even getting.
Where's Waldo?
He's not even getting his hands on people. But if we admit that, then we have to admit that Eric DeCosta built this team poorly. We have to admit that you don't draft 2 safeties in the first round. You don't draft a defensive back 3 straight years in a row. You build from the trenches. But they're not ready to admit that because then they would have to say, maybe you guys weren't negative. Maybe you guys were right in some of your assessments. It's not, I mean, they love to blame Lamar Jackson for everything. Even in the playoff loss to Buffalo, all we hear is Lamar. But if you bring up Mark Andrews, it's like, well, Mark Andrews, I mean, he had his, but what about Lamar? What about him? Lamar led them back. What did Mark Andrews do? It's always skirting the blame from certain type players or certain type people to put the blame on us.
Yeah, I was going to ask you too, which time are you talking about Mark Andrews against Buffalo? Because
multiple times.
Because also both times people don't talk about that first time we played in the playoffs. He tanked us in that game too.
Speaking of Buffalo, Sean McDermott last week literally said his wide receivers stink.
Yeah,
in a press conference,
he did.
He said they're not good enough. We need better players. So John Harbaugh can't come to a person and be like, our offensive line isn't playing to their capabilities. I expect more from them. Right. That's not that bad to say in public. That's not saying they stink, even though he probably knows they stink. We know they stink. My mama know they stink. My grandmama know they stink. You know what I mean? But all you have to say is like, oh, I expect more from them. They're not up to their capabilities. They know they're not. They're mad at themselves, and I expect more.
Hmm.
Was that horrible to say in a press conference? No, it's
At
not.
least I remember
Sean
when
McDermott literally said his wide receivers stink. Straight up said they're not good enough. That's worse.
I remember when Chuck Pagano was coaching the Colts and Andrew Luck was getting destroyed by that O line, and he had a bad game. He had a string of bad games, and Chuck Pagano was frustrated in the press conference. They asked him about protecting him, and he basically said, "Listen, we know the O line's bad. I know it, but he just has to play above it." That's pretty much what he said, and that's not the right answer either. But at least he acknowledged, yeah, the O line sucks. I can't fix it. I just need you to do better.
Right.
Okay.
What Ryan Grigson did to Andrew Luck should send him to jail.
Yeah.
What he did was send him to jail.
Let me give a couple of shout outs to the people in the chat here. People that showed up here early in the morning hanging out with us. Reese 63 salute says, "Good morning, Harbs. Talking about the O-line has the best 5 is ridiculous. Facts. 77 must go. Lamar is not being protected. O-line is cause of the issues with the offense." Absolutely.
Yeah, it starts there.
Absolutely right.
This O-line has changed Lamar's mentality, his demeanor.
Yeah.
Lamar, you can just see him clearly frustrated on every drive. It's just like that man sees no joy in football anymore.
He's, he's competitive. He wants to win, of course, but that cheery, smiley, just good-spirited, jovial Lamar that we're so accustomed to seeing, we're not seeing it this year. Like, hey, I got a job to do. Let me go out here, do my job, but I'm not having fun with it anymore.
Yeah, and people are saying, "Oh, well, he looks hurt." Yeah, he's hurt.
You get sacked 7 times in one game after playing the Lions, and won't you be hurt?
Didn't you see what Myles Garrett did to him? So I was joking about it the other day.
Back from being hurt. He's not. Trust me, he's not fully healthy.
No.
The first sack was the first sack was bad. The second sack, Myles Garrett got on him. He decleated Roger Rosengarten and picked up Lamar Jackson and threw him on the ground. And I was like, this is really bad. this is really bad, right? But then when he got the third sack, I was like, you know what? The last time he had this many sacks, it didn't go his way. We might be okay. and then when he got the fourth sack, I was like, it's okay. We got game over. You lost it, Myles Garrett. This is your fault. This is on you.
Yeah, man. Don't let the love and jazz and anime fool you. That man's a psychopath. That man is crazy. That man is crazy. Like bona fide.
Don't forget the sack in Minnesota. Took Lamar off his feet.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous that John Harbaugh every offseason, "Oh, I love Lamar. We talk about family and friends and all types of other stuff. We just the best of guys together." But yet still you say you love him, but you don't love him enough to protect him. You don't love him enough to even try to bring somebody else out. I don't care if you think Ben Cleveland is better. I don't care if you think somebody else can come in here and may not do as well. At least give it a try. Don't tell me, "Oh, we see in practice." Apparently you see these two guys in practice, but you still jettison them out on the field each and every week, even though you get in the press conferences and say, "Oh, we're evaluating things. We're looking, guys have to earn their jobs. If they're not playing well, we're going to make a change." We haven't made one change to this offensive line all season long.
Yeah, man. Look what Detroit did, man. Detroit lost 2 offensive linemen, Kevin Zeitler and Graham Gaz, now to retirement. And they drafted 2 rookies. And the rookies they're holding up to an extent. They bullied your guys' our defensive line on Monday night. So
it's okay. It's okay to get it wrong. It's okay to get it wrong as a GM. It's okay to be wrong as a coach, as long as you're able to pivot and adjust. That's all coaching is, right? Adjustments, making the right adjustments, and making sure you're not hurting the team. You have a standard. You hold those players to that standard, but what this coach and GM combo is doing is showing that they care more about being right than winning, right? And that's they'll sit there and they'll sound emotional and give you an impassionate speech, but they don't actually care about winning. Number one, they care about winning. They want to win their way, though. So winning isn't their number one priority. And don't let anybody ever tell you anything different. Okay, these are human beings, and human beings are imperfect. And like I've always said on the show, just because they coach or GM or work in the front office in the pros does not make them professional level.
Nope.
Okay.
Literally Ryan Grigson, the guy we were talking about. He was Jim Irsay's lifting buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We're going to get to this story here. We got 80 people in the chat. Hit that like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Go Man says he doesn't agree. Go Man, I mean, I don't know what you watch on Sundays, but I mean, you don't have to agree. We have eyes.
Yeah. Morning, Go Man. I hope you're well. I know that you disagree with Jose, but I just have to say this. At some point, we have to value our quarterback, our franchise quarterback, the same way that other teams value theirs. And it's unfair and it's unrealistic. And I think it's downright selfish of us to say, well, it's okay. Lamar, he took a couple of hits. He took a couple of sacks here and there, but he's tough. He'll bounce back. He's a human being. And some of these hits that he's taking are just.
And for those of you who don't remember the end of that story that Ferris is talking about, or Grigson did a terrible job building the O-line for the Colts, and Andrew Luck got blown up. The end of the story was Andrew Luck retired unexpectedly.
4:30. Yeah. Before 30.
Before 30.
Yeah, and literally just he was like, I'm done.
During the preseason game.
During the preseason game.
During the preseason game.
Yes. Yeah. That was, Adam Schefter
got booed out the stadium.
Booed. Dude, Adam Schefter, man. What?
Yeah. All right.
Horrible person. Sorry.
Yeah, he is. All right. Let's talk about this. Jamar Chase. NFL suspended Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase for spitting at Steelers DB Jalen Ramsey. Chase denied spitting at Ramsey, but the league determined the video evidence was sufficient to warrant a suspension. Now, I have wondered, I saw that when it happened live. I tuned into the game. I saw them arguing, and they're just standing there talking, and Jalen Ramsey just turned his head for a second and then started punching him. And I was like, did he spit at him? That's the only thing. And unless Jamar Chase says something so egregious to him, the only thing that would warrant somebody just going off like that would be spitting on him.
Yeah, he did. I saw the video. He spit on him. And him being stupid and dude, the cameras were all over on you, dog. Everyone was watching, and him saying, "I didn't do it." Well,
at the time, there was no flag called on Jamar Chase. It was a flag called on the Steelers on Jalen Ramsey, and he was ejected from the game. So mission accomplished.
Yeah.
He was like, "Look, man, I'm trying to get back in the game. Dog. I'm sorry. I'll pay the fine later." It didn't work, but the plan was executed.
Right.
Hilarious, Mr. Guest. I wish they would have suspended him for the Thanksgiving game. Fact.
You have 2 games, please.
This warrants at least a 2-game suspension, sir, in NFL. But that was if he did. I didn't watch it. I just heard about it. But if he did, all right, you're innocent here until proven guilty. But if he did, there's no place for that. There really is no place for that in the NFL. You are supposed, to whom much is given, much is required. And you are here, whether you like it or not, you are a role model for young people coming up, and young guys or, young boys are watching you, wanting to be like you, people who are aspiring to get where you are. There's no place for that. I know you're on a losing team right now. I know you're frustrated. I get it. You're mad. You can't seem to get a win right now. Joe Burrow is coming back, but not soon enough, not fast enough for your liking. But you have to be able to temper, your attitude. And but I think that was inexcusable if he did it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Very, very.
And then the lie afterwards was, I didn't do that. What you talking about? So what's this?
Yeah, man, you did it. You did it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've already taken Jalen Ramsey's soul. All right. He had to switch positions from the first time you played him.
Right.
He went from cornerback to safety because you were abusing him. Okay. Well, like how low, like do you really have you didn't kick a man when he was down, you spat on him. You've already destroyed this man. What more do you want?
I want to win.
I
want to win, and we're not.
Well, I mean, spit on your defense, not their defense. Wake them up.
Spit on Mike Brown. That's what
it is the ultimate form of disrespect.
That's what you need to spit on Mike Brown right there, man.
442 Bear. It is the ultimate. It is the ultimate form of disrespect. Absolutely, that's what I think every single time I hear someone spitting on another human being. You don't have to like me. You know, you can call me names. You can say whatever you want. Your words, whatever. I hear them and then I don't. Whatever. But you spitting? Oh no, that's just.
Yeah, completely crossing the line. You can't do that.
I think two of the most disrespectful things you can do is open hand slap somebody.
Fact. A man.
Oh, I want to say from the male perspective, but you know we also have a woman here. But from the male perspective, getting open hand slapped and spat or spat on. Mm-hmm. That's grounds for I'm whooping some derriere.
Was this spitting incident? Was it Bill Romanowski level?
Yes. Oh,
because Bill Romanowski got a mouthful and he.
This one was
Bill Romanowski. He stayed in a roid haze, and he was always looking for the smoke. All right. Thanks. He probably kept the tool in his car too afterwards, man. Like that man was crazy. Yeah, legit crazy. He's still crazy.
He's still
yeah. Go man, we got a clip.
Yeah, this one was just as bad.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, go man. I got to clip that. We agree. One time, Yolanda and Go man agree. This is important. This is a big deal. Like this is huge.
All right, we're gonna end the stream here. Appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Lunch break, hot take, Rogue Pod. Good Friends, Better Rivals, and Ravens Talk with Yolanda. Put all the links in the description. Look, we are here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If you want this for now, we are experimenting. If you want this to go longer and maybe extend to a full daily thing, support us. Support by subscribing. Support by our Patreons. My link is in the description. You guys play your Patreons real quick so they can go over there and support yours as well.
Ladies first.
Oh, she doesn't have
I don't have a Patreon,
okay.
But you can follow me on YouTube at Ravens Talk with Yolanda and Hendo. What is my handle on X? It's Yolanda ESQ 1908. I got it right this time. Thank y'all for hanging out. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, all the things.
There you go.
Yeah, you can find me at patreon.com/ROUG.
You can find me at patreon.com/LGR_network. We offer the annual or the monthly subscription if you want. As well as, guys, I do play-by-play for almost every Giants game this year. So
all right.
Just had a while.
Yeah, yes, that was mean of Hendo.
What?
He was just like, he was not going to tell me my own handle. He knows I forget it. It's terrible. But I remember.
Why do you spell Esquire? Why can't you say Yolanda Esquire?
I just kept it short. So it's just Yolanda ESQ. It stands for Esquire, but yeah. So I just kept it short. I abbreviated.
Okay.
All right, y'all. That's my go time alarm. 1908 is what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
AKA my sorority, but you're my sorority. But there we go.
AKA.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, y'all. We're out of here. Enjoy your day. We will see you tomorrow. Peace.